Hey guys, welcome to Broad Street to Britain, a UK Phillies show with me, Dave Shaw, and as ever joined by Morgan Bruce and Richard Skinner as well. And it's the big one. It is the big Phillies 2026 prediction show. In fact, most of these are going to be wild. Let's not beat around the bush here. These are going to be wild. I think we're going to be winning it all by the time we're finished as well. But we'll go into the predictions very shortly. Of course, we've got all you guys from the UK Phillies, Philly Sports International WhatsApp group predictions. We've got you guys from the Facebook group and Twitter X as well. We'll get all those read out as well. There's some really good ones in there and some... yeah, just blind, bold, incredible predictions we will get to. Richard, Morgan, we are under 1 week to go to the new season. The starting rotation for the season is out. We've got Sanchez going. We've got Luzardo going. And then who, Morgan?
Mr. Aaron Nola, Mr. Italy himself, the greatest man to ever throw a baseball. That might be a bit too far. I'm sorry.
Versus Eovaldi, by the way. That first matchup, I really fancy that. I really fancy that.
I love Nate Eovaldi as well. I think he's great. Just as a baseball fan, I really like Nate, so that'll be fun.
And then we got our first look at Nola. And then Luzardo. Luzardo goes in game 3. The Rangers haven't announced the rest of their rotation yet, so I imagine it'll be DeGrom versus Nola, which is, yeah, bring it on, second game of the season. And then I imagine Gall will be against Luzardo.
That makes sense.
Would make sense. The Nationals, who knows? But, Richard, we were discussing before you came on, before the show started, we could see Griff. We could see Griff.
My guy. Well, my former guy. Everyone knows I'm a Gage Wood stan now.
Griff who?
Griff who? Yeah, Griff who? Yeah. We might see Griff. I love Griff. Purely for that hidden no-hitter he had.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Ever since then, I've been a huge Griff McGarry fan. But if he comes against us, I'm looking forward to serving up some meatballs for Kyle Schwarber to send.
Yes. And we've got Tyon Walker going in game 1 against the Nationals, Andrew Painter in game 2, and then I imagine Sanchez will then go again in game 3. So what a rotation to set it up with, and that's before Zach Wheeler comes back, which could be, they're saying now, the middle of April. throw him in next week. Why not? He looks ready. But amazing recovery from Zach Wheeler. Cannot wait to see him in action. But yes,
he has a minor league start, right? 40 pitches, I believe.
Which is late
coming on Monday. Is it Monday?
Monday, I think.
It is Monday. I'm pretty sure it's Monday.
Oh, I love that, man.
Opening week. So the Phils have what, as we talk at the moment, I think just 3 games left. Yes. If you listen to this tomorrow, Saturday, then 2, and obviously since next week, we've got any games left, and this next game is meaningful opening day baseball.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. I am in full Phillies mode now. Like I'm all in. You know, the football's been put to one side now until the World Cup. Brighton are playing unless we beat Liverpool tomorrow, and then chance at Europe again. You know, but I'm in full baseball mode, and. I don't know if you guys caught it earlier on, the little MLB Europe commercial for opening day with yours truly, which was a lot of fun.
Being in the back of a taxi on camera, don't you, Dave?
It's becoming a regular occurrence.
What happens in that taxi stays in that taxi.
Look, UK Phillies only fans, you get the But yes, I seem to be caught in the back of a taxi quite a lot. But it was very cool. They cut out my speaking parts. Obviously, didn't think I'm the actor I thought I was. But it was really cool to be part of it. I love the eyeball shot with my eye of Kyle Schwarber in it. I thought, art, baby.
The good thing is there was no speaking parts in the entire thing.
Oh no, that would have got me even more. Yeah.
Everyone else was like, they all got to speak. Like mine got cut. That would probably be worse.
Yeah, it's just dumb music over my voice. Yeah. No, it was awesome.
It was just a southern accent instead of you.
Yeah. It's too northern for us.
Yeah, can't have this northerner on.
Yeah, got to keep it London based. But yeah, it's a lot of fun doing it, and of course, guys, Thursday night, opening night, Passyunk Avenue. Like I said before, if you haven't know already, we've got the batting cages from 7:30. There'll be lots of giveaways to give away as well. Get yourself down! What else are you going to be doing on a Thursday night? The game starts at 8:10. It's perfect. Finish work. Get a set of clothes on. Get your Phillies t-shirt, jersey on. Come down to Passyunk Avenue, Waterloo. Have some cheesesteaks, some ribs, some wings. Have some beers.
And as we discovered, it's also 2-for-1 picklebacks on a Thursday, and that's
Perfect.
Dave's favourite drink.
No, I can't. I tell you what, if the Phils win the World Series, I'll have 2 picklebacks.
The first short one on Thursday, I'm getting around the picklebacks in, and you are partaking.
Watch this space, folks. I don't know about that one. Nah, not going to happen. But if you're going to opening day over in Philly, enjoy. Very, very jealous, very envious. I've done it a couple of times. It's amazing. And if you haven't done it and you have the opportunity to, absolutely do it. It's special. It's like all the excitement you have, but going there, it kicks off like 2.5 hours before the game starts. You got all the festivities going on, the players coming out, the anthem, and it just feels like, yes, we're back. And then it's always sunny opening day. Like every opening day seems to be glorious spring afternoon, high temperatures. The sun's
please
out.
stop right now. You're going to jinx it.
This sounds like a jinx. This sounds like a Friday rain delay.
Does. All right. It may be because I'm high because the weather's been so good here at the moment. I'm just spring is in the air. I'm in such a good mood. Right. Let's do some predictions, folks. But before we do that, spring training's nearly finished. What do we think about Garcia right now? Garcia's come a lot. I know it's only spring, but now I'm all aboard the Garcia train. Like, have we seen this guy? Went 4 for 4 the other day. Hitting bombs as far as Schwarber. Looks good defensively. Mowed down some guys at the home plate today. Like, we're winning it all. There's no stopping us. This pitching's incredible. It's this team. Bohm's on fire. Stott's on fire. Harper had his moment in the final of the World Baseball Classic. Shut the doubters up. Oh, we're so back. But Garcia's, he's the one. He's been brilliant. And Andrew Painter, what a fantastic final outing from Painter. Keeping that velo high. The shape of the fastball that Jack Fritz was talking about looked fine. It looked fine. Not worried. Can't wait to see him go against the Nationals. Look, if we can get 4 innings, 5 max, at 1 earned run, 2 earned runs, hey, I'll take it. I'll take that right now, and that'll be a massive confidence booster. And the Nationals is probably the ideal team to face going in for his first start for the Phillies. So bring it on! I'm getting so hyped up with the last few spring games where everyone seems to be coming alive. The prospects. We got to look at the prospects the other day. Morgan, your man Rincon, who you mentioned last week, got himself a couple of hits, got himself a big hit. Look good. Anyone else catch your eye, buddy?
In spring?
No, I mean, sorry, in that breakout game.
Oh, in the breakout game. Oh. No, because we didn't actually look that good. The Twins beat us and our pitching wasn't great. It was really worrying. Matthew Fisher pitched, and I was like, everyone was excited about Matthew Fisher, 7th round pick, and he wasn't really there. I know there was a few others that kind of had some command issues. So I think Gene Cabrera started. I think Gene Cabrera threw 2 scoreless innings, which is always positive. So I think Gene Cabrera is the one that I was looking forward to, and he threw 2 scoreless innings. So I'll take that out of.
Okay, good. You're bringing it back. Good.
Bring it back. Everyone was saying Andrew Painter's like the 1 as like pitching prospect, and Gene Cabrera's 2, and Gene Cabrera is more likely to be a 4 or 5 starter. If he's throwing 2 scoreless, he might be our 8th or 9th rotation man this year. I know we've spoken about rotation depth, and I know the AAA rotations come out, and it's not the best. I'm slightly scared.
We need
Bryce
to
Wilson,
avoid. We need to avoid that AAA rotation. As
Bryce
I saw when you
Wilson and
posted
Tucker
it, I'm like,
Davidson.
yeah. Let's just hope we can have the 6 that we have going healthy and going long into the season.
I think that's one of the best things about this coaching staff, though. They've kept Wheeler healthy, except for this blood clot that came out of nowhere, but he's been pretty healthy as a Philly when he wasn't as a Met. Aaron Nola's one of the healthiest, except for last year. He's always been really good. Luzardo had no issues last year after having issues in Miami. Chris Sanchez never really had any issues. Taiwan Walker's been
Again, let's not jinx. I feel again there's another jinx coming on here. Let's touch a lot of.
Let's just
You read my mind.
praise the coaching staff. They're very good at their job. I think we'll be okay. Touch wood.
Yeah, we're not the Dodgers. We're not just go out there, fuck your arm up, and then we'll just sign someone else. Right.
Yeah, we're not them. We're good.
we can't afford to anyway. Yeah, I'm confident. Look, we got a great team, and we're so confident that these predictions, I think, are going to be wild. Richard's loose. He's had a couple of beers already, so he's nicely set.
Yeah, I kind of might have slightly forgot that because we don't usually record on a Friday, and I might have slightly forgot that this was happening until I got a message now before. But it's fine.
So Richard's smashed, and
no, but I am enjoying. This is a great, a lovely Loch Lomond Philly Sports International special edition available to all members. Just getting that plug in there. So Tony, if you're listening,
another bottle.
Feel free. Another bottle my way, please. It's
So, let's get this, and Morgan's on the water.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm on the water. I'm being.
It's vodka, really.
Well, I put it in.
It looks like I'm going to be steering this ship tonight, right? We've got some pretty good prediction questions, plus the big, bold, wild ones at the end, which we'll get what you guys have been saying on social media as well. So let's get this underway, and let's start it nice and easy. The regular season record for the Phillies. Now, I've been going backwards and forwards from probably 100 to 98. No, realistically, I'm at 90. I'm at 93, and I can't get higher than 93 at the moment. I still think that wins us. No, that's the question. I think I'm at 93. Morgan, Richard, you first, mate. Where you at? Regular season record for the Phils. Where you at right now?
96.
So last year's record.
Is that what we got last year? I was trying to think what we got last year.
Was it 96? I'm pretty sure we were 96. It was.
We've got 95 and 96 last 2 years. I can't remember.
Purely because I'm hoping to get over in June along the same time as you to celebrate.
What a coincidence, huh?
And I was born in 96, so I feel like 96 wins.
It's
would be appropriate. And against the White Sox, who was the very first baseball game I ever went to, was in Chicago at Guaranteed Rate Field or Rate Field, whatever it's called now. It was guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed anymore.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed. It's just a rate now.
Rate Field.
I think nothing's guaranteed with the White Sox, is it? Well, other than that they're not going to compete.
Misery's guaranteed.
But I mean, they have the Pope, so
we do have the Pope.
True. So 96 wins, and you'll be out in June for your birthday, and it's the fans on the field, with the players pre-game as well.
The photo.
Come on, Richard! What a birthday present!
As long as Mr. Turner's there.
Well, we'll see what
I might not
happens.
control myself.
You need to be in Philly for this to happen first, Richard.
I know.
And Morgan. You can make it over in June, Morgan. What's stopping? We can do a pod from Citizens Bank Park, like during batting practice. We'll get the players on as they come off. Come join us, boys.
John Middleton, if you're listening, it's only a few £100 for you. It would mean a lot to us. If you want to pay for flights, then I don't know, John, please. Thank you.
So Morgan's put a very heartfelt plea over, which
I feel like I asked for a bottle of whiskey and Morgan wants flights. So he's out
yeah. Morgan, what is your regular season prediction, buddy?
Now, I've struggled with this because I kept thinking, like, we're going to take a step back. Like, I don't think we're going to do as many as last year. But then I think about the roster and I think it's better. And I think the only thing that stops is other teams have got better. But the Braves can't stay healthy. The Mets could get 40 wins this year. Like, the Mets could completely fall apart. No, like, the Mets could just completely fall apart. Let's be real.
40 wins? Is that your big wild prediction already?
No, but
Morgan's gone early.
But, like, let's just laugh at the Mets. They could be terrible. The Nationals are going to be terrible. And the Marlins have a nice outfield, and that's about it. So I think we're going to be just about as good. I'm going to say 95. I'll take one win off it. 95 wins. But everything I look at this roster, it's just as good as or better than last year. I keep saying the bullpen's better, and the right field seems to be better with what we're seeing from Adolis Garcia with what you're saying. So, like, why can't we be as good as last year? All right, one win less, but that's not really a big deal. I'll say 95 wins.
I feel I've gone way too low now. By the way, we are gonna revisit these, but I reckon during the All-Star break we will revisit these predictions and see how they're coming along, and then we'll see where we are at the end of the season. But now I feel 93 is too low. Oh, however, actually, what would you guys take? What do you reckon? Wild card or straight into the playoffs?
I'd rather get straight in and I'd rather win the division again.
Yeah.
You
So
saying-
I don't even.
Sorry, is it what
I
I'd
don't buy
rather-
this whole having a rest is a bad thing.
Did the Dodgers had a wild card last? Did the Dodgers wild card last year, or did they go straight through? They did
No, they
wild
played the
card,
Reds.
didn't they?
They beat the Reds really.
That's
easily.
right. So I don't. Look, it's momentum.
Look, we've got like 6 months to go before we even get there.
Yeah, it's a long time.
I think we are getting there. Whether it is wild, I think we do win the division, but if not, definitely wild. I don't see any scenario where we don't make the postseason. But if we can do it with getting the division and the bye, like I think that's
a small part of me does want. I think the wild card just to win a series in knockout scenario and just try and get that monkey off the back and have some momentum going into the postseason. And hopefully we can have some big moments in a wild card, which would again just set them free a little bit.
Well, we don't have Castellanos to provide them anymore, so
No, they're the big the moments guy himself.
He was weird, like he was just kind of, most of the season it's it was Cassie and you knew what you're going to get, but he just seemed to show up in those him and Bryce, but Bryce less so in the postseason, I would say possibly.
But Bowman's ready to take the mantle.
Obviously not recently. Obviously, I know he's had his huge moments in the past. Yes, Bowman is ready to take.
Bowman's ready to take the mantle over. I'm telling you.
I think, to be honest, but genuinely, I think there's a lot of them he could. I think I could easily see Bowman do that. I could see Bryson Stott doing it. I can see Trey Turner doing it. Obviously, Trey's never going to hit like the big walk off, home run. But I can see him. He can easily get into a scoring position where we don't need the big Schwarber or the big Harper hit. They just need to get it in play.
Yeah, exactly. And that's been the problem the last few years in postseason is just putting the ball in play when it matters. We don't, like you said, we don't need a home run. We just need a single, an RBI single, a 2 RBI double. It doesn't have to go out the park. And the frustrating thing is about the last few playoffs is that they've just been trying to have those big moments, trying to hit the ball out the park instead of just doing like a bunt. Bunt.
I mean, even the Castellanos one, like Game 2 against the Mets, like he didn't hit it that hard.
No, he didn't. It just got through the gap.
A fantastic hit, but you know what? It landed in play and we scored.
Exactly. And that's why I kind of want them to have a potential wild card just to get that winning feeling in knockout baseball to try and free him up a little bit. So I wouldn't be this year disappointed if we did have to go via the wild card. I think it could be a benefit. I really do. And at least rank, I think we're all pretty unanimous that we're gonna win the East, aren't we?
Yeah.
Kante, do you think we're gonna get pushed? Do you think it's gonna be close? I am.
Similar to last year, I think.
I think we're gonna win it.
I think it will be similar to last year where the Mets look like they're competing and then they just do a Mets in September.
And implode.
And it's just lol Mets and we don't even have to worry about it.
Yes.
Because
yes.
I mean, I remember all the tweets last year, like when they beat us before we went out and watched that series. I think did they win 3 out of 4 against us or their play something like that? And it was all Twitter was just full of the Mets were in the division and then they just had a generational collapse and it was hilarious.
Another one. It's just thank goodness for the Mets. Although they've lost a lot of characters that I really couldn't stand. Alonso, Nemo. We'll see. Yeah,
Neil's gone. He's in Oakland now.
Although we will see Nemo opening day for the Rangers. He'll be back up. Oh, do not let that man take a walk.
Do we think it's strange that we're not even considering the Braves?
Not anymore.
Already done for the year.
It was last year, but this year I look at the roster. I look at where they are. Their injuries are mounting up already. I saw a tweet where they have a ton of injuries still, a ton. And the players in that roster in the opening day roster that I just don't even recognise. I don't see them getting near us. I really don't. I hope that doesn't come back to haunt me. Don't clip that. But I genuinely don't think they're going to be compete. It's bizarre. What a drop off.
Okay,
What a dramatic drop off.
It's the Phillies or the Mets. And
Yeah.
and
the Braves could be wrapped up with a young Nationals side and a young Marlins teams who are going to be.
That's a good. It's not a Phillies prediction, but do we think the Braves finish third or lower?
Third.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, actually, I don't know.
I'm going to go lower.
The Marlins outfield.
I think the Marlins could surprise a few people.
I think the Braves are third. I don't think the Nationals or Marlins get it now. I think there's going to be us Mets and then quite a drop off to the Braves.
The Nats have some good young players as well, don't they? With like James Wood.
The Nats are going to be interesting, and the problem is I'd rather play
obviously elite pitching in Griff McGarry.
Yeah, Richard's loose. If the Nationals start well and pick up some wins early doors and get some confidence, they could be an interesting team to watch this year. I'm not saying contending for playoffs, but I think they'll have an all right season, and they're the ones more than the Marlins that I think would challenge the Braves. I just look at that Marlins team. It's young. I don't know many of them, but I don't see them really doing much. Although they have been our bogey team of last couple of years, but I think realistically, unless the Nationals start well and start building confidence, I think it will be Phillies, Mets drop off, Braves drop off, Nationals, Marlins.
Yeah.
How many players make the All-Star team and who?
Ooh.
Morgan, I'll start with you on this one.
I've got 5 at the moment, just 5. I've gone Sanchez and Luzardo to both make it, Duran to make it, Schwarber to make it, and Stott to make it. The reason I've only gone with those ones, there's a lot of quality, but I think when you look across the National League's so much stronger than the American League. So, like, Harper's competing with Matt Olson and Freddie Freeman and what's a good first baseman out there? Pete Alonso's gone now, which helps. But I think at shortstop, Turner's got to compete with, like, Lindor, and I think there's just a lot of quality across the National League in general. Like, Alec Boehm, if he's to make it, he has to get past Manny Machado.
Easy.
Alex Bregman. There's a lot of quality across the National League. And so, like, Adolis Garcia has to get past Tatis Jr., or Marsh and Kemp have to get past Juan Soto, who's going to be in left this year.
Well, Kemp can play anywhere.
He might make it.
They're putting him everywhere at the moment. But
we're putting him in as utility. But yeah, I'm taking those 5 just because I think there's not going to be as much competition. I think Sanchez and Luzardo you can almost pencil in now just because of how good they are.
Morgan.
It's a bit strong, but then like closers, all right, Edwin Diaz, but then like Mason Miller's in the American League, Andres Munoz's in the American League. I think Duran's the second best closer in the National League. So when you look at across just what he's competing against, I think it's those 5.
I've got Sanchez, Luzardo, Wheeler possibly, depending on how he comes back. It's not impossible we could have 3 starters in the not necessarily playing, but in the All-Star team. I've got Duran. I've got Alvarado, question mark, maybe. And then I've got Bone, but scribbled him out, then put him back in and scribbled him out. And then I've got Kyle Schwarber. I've got Bryce Harper. I'd love to see Stott in there. And I think he could if he plays how he has been in spring and looks free and healthy. Then absolute no reason why not. I think Bryce Harper gets in. I'm all aboard a Bryce Harper MVP run this year. Richard?
So I'm going to go, obviously, Luzardo and Sanchez. I think they're pretty much as locks as, well, not quite the level of a lock of, like a Paul Skeens, but they're pretty much as locked in as
close, aren't they?
can be. I think Wheeler, I agree, depending on when he comes back. For me, it's not how I believe he's going to come back to the Zach Wheeler we know. I think it is just when they put it in. I think, obviously, we expect he's ahead of his timeline. But if he doesn't come back till late April, that might just count against him, regardless of, how well he does, unless he comes back in, say, the first week of May and throws a shutout every single game, like that might get him in. But I think I think that's going to be more of a timing thing than a how well he does. Duran should be there.
Yeah.
I think Trey Turner makes it in. I really don't see the competition at shortstop. I know, like, obviously I'm a Turner fan, and like people kind of love to almost hate on him in a way, but like people, even his National League batting title, people, everyone was bad, like, but he was still the best. Like,
his stats were still good. You know,
he was still the best. He still hit over 300. Like, I know it was only just, but you know, I think he had a great season. And defensively last season, I think he probably had his best defensive performance in a Phillies jersey. I'm going to throw one out there.
His errors were way down as well.
Yeah,
noticeably.
I'm going to throw one out as like an outside. I don't see it happening, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Max Lazar make the All-Star team.
Ooh.
Yes, Rich.
I'm a big fan of Max Lazar. I think
let's go. Yes.
Good season last season. I don't think he's a lock by any means. But my definite Schwarber, Turner. Yeah, I think Harper will get there. Sanchez, Luzardo, Wheeler, 6.
Love it.
And Duran, 7.
I was flirting with Tanner Banks as another outsider, but the spring he's had is just slightly.
Yeah, to be fair, I could see one of our relievers making it.
Yeah,
whether it's not Lazar, it could be even Kirkering. I think he has a
that's a story in itself. I just need this.
Great.
Although he hasn't pitched much this spring, and I think he's due back this weekend actually. But that would be a story in itself. I'm so on board the Kirkering resurgence and the arc.
Then to that, he had a pretty good season, and he made one.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate.
Really
it had to be.
mistake.
Yeah,
it happens. Like it's.
I think what stops Kirkering is the hamstring injury, because he's barely pitched in spring. I think he's just going to be slightly behind. So when it comes to building him back up, it might take a little bit of time. And therefore, I think it's why Wheeler won't. I think Wheeler could have the best second half of any starter in the sport. But I think it's going to be a second half thing, because I think it's just going to take a little bit of time to get going. I think it's a timing thing more than anything else for those two.
And hey, let's see how Nola goes. You know, even year Nola, he's going to be fresh. He missed a lot of last season, which could play benefit to him this season with the long sort of layoff he's had. He's not pitched that much, especially a man who was so healthy. You know, he rarely picked up injuries. He was rarely out. He's pitched so many innings, and last year was the biggest time he's had off, and that could actually benefit him going into this year. I would love to see Aaron Nola, who, by the way, was in the WBC Team of the Year with Dante Nori. But it would be awesome to see Kirkering or Nola make that All-Star team. I would love it. Anyone to win a Gold Glove this year? Richard? I think Bryson Stott's a lock.
Yeah, I think if anyone is, it would be Bryson Stott. Yeah, honestly,
see how Bryce goes. You know, Bryce is a very good first baseman, better than what we ever imagined he would be. If he can stay healthy, he's a good glove at first base.
Yeah. I
think Gold Glove.
I think the outfield will probably be a struggle for any of them to win it. I don't think Alec Boehm's ever going to be a Gold Glove third baseman. Like, I think he's competent there, but
he does enough. He does enough.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have a problem with him playing third base, but I just don't think he's ever going to have that sort of Gold Glove defense.
Nah.
But yeah, I think. I mean, Trey Turner maybe, but again, I don't think I think we'd have seen more from him.
That would be a story in itself. The man who makes quite a few errors turned into a goal. I'd love to see it.
I think if he makes the same jump that he made from this year, but I don't think age is on his side for that to have that consistent. You know, if he was like 27, like I could see maybe he keeps making that step. But I think we know what we're going to get, and I just hope we see even. If he just performs at the same level defensively as last year, I think I'd be happy.
Yeah. Morgan, anyone you want to throw in there? Are we locking in Stotty and possibly Harper?
I've only gone Harper on my list just because of competition across the league. I love Bryson Stott. I think Nico Horner's better of the Cubs. And Adolis Garcia is going to massively improve our right field defense, but Tatis just won a platinum glove in right field. And Alec Boehm, we love him. He's competent, but Manny Machado is one of the best defenders.
Defensively, I wouldn't have. I said, Boehm does enough. He's a good. I think he's solid.
I think we saw not so much last year, but the year before when Boehm isn't at third base, and we had that kind of oh, just anyone plays third, and you see actually what happens when you don't have someone who's maybe not even like, that elite level, but you don't have someone who's a good third baseman. How sort of
Yep.
bad it looks, and I think probably it goes unnoticed with Alec Bohm because there's never anything that's that flash, but he's more than competent there.
Yeah,
It's not meant to be a knock on him, but he's just not,
it's not.
that elite.
Oh no, I agree. I agree
Third base, I
defensively.
think his bat could be really good this year.
That's better.
I think my thoughts is just there's a lot of quality across the rest of the league, and as much as I love this Phillies team, you look at who they're competing against, and I think Harper's got the best chance of it. Like JT, I love him, and I wonder how ABS is going to do because I think he's 6 for 6 now, or 5 for 5. I think one got credited to Sanchez earlier, but I think he's 5 for 5 on ABS, which is really going to change how people kind of view catchers because he wasn't a good framer. If you look at any of the framing metrics, he wasn't good at it. Now, how much you believe in framing metrics is a different thing. But he knows that strike zone really well. He's 5 for 5 in spring. If he knows Sanchez, he knows Luzardo, he knows Wheeler, he knows Nola, he knows how they pitch, and he knows the strike zone really well. JT might be a bit of a dark horse for it when everyone's kind of forgotten about his defense. Is ABS going to bring him back into the light?
And he plays a lot of games. He's going to get the vast majority of games, especially as Marchand.
Yeah, do we know what's happening with Stubbs? I know we had a brief thing in our WhatsApp about Stubbs. He doesn't have any options, right?
He has no options, I believe. So, is this the end?
They have to make a decision.
Or do we just outright into the minor league? No one's going to pick him up. Right?
He can't go to the minors.
Well, could we not? We could.
He'd have to
we
clear
not outright
waivers.
him and then if no one picks him up, he can.
Yeah, but
I think we're about to say goodbye to Garrett Stubbs.
I'm scared we're not. And that's
can someone just quickly Google that just to clarify that he does have no options before?
I'm sure last year was his final.
Yeah. It's why Stubbs was sent to the minors last year because he had one option left and Marchand didn't. So we got Marchand as backup. Stubbs doesn't have any options, and so he has to clear waivers. And I think someone takes him as a backup because he's a decent game caller.
I think he gets picked up. I think somebody will use him as a backup. Yeah. I'm with you. I think we've seen. I think
unless
these
we
last
use
few
him
games
as
is
utility,
Stubbs' swan song.
Unless he's used because he's played third base and left field in spring. Are they trying to turn him into a utility? I don't understand.
But he's behind so many players though. He's behind Kemp. He's behind. I don't think he's even good enough for the bench still. I'd rather have De La Cruz.
Stories I've just googled. I don't have time to read it all right now. This is actually 6 days ago. But apparently Garrett Stubbs is willing to do anything that will keep him with the Phillies and in the lineup. But obviously, that's not always how, certainly American sports.
Well, it can be the locker room DJ.
Yeah.
We've got the best we've got the best ball boy in all of baseball. I don't know where he goes. Vendor.
Apparently the stuff with it. Well, this is just the one article, and I obviously have the time to who's written it and see whether they know what they're talking about. But their attempt to get him to play more in the infield and outfield is that they both want to make something work.
I just don't get it though.
I love Garrett Stubbs. Is he good enough where you keep him on just because you like him?
No, I think he's had his. He's had his time.
Yeah.
I think he's had his time. I don't know what people listening.
I mean, my favourite memory will always be that the game after we won the division. I think not last season, the season before, and there was the incredibly hungover game, and I think Stubbs tried to dive for first base, and you could see it really get out of him.
I will miss him, and I will thank Stubbs for what he's given to the team. He has given us some amazing memories. He's an amazing character.
Last year being sent down to the Iron Pigs, he didn't kick up a fuss, or at least publicly didn't kick up a fuss. I don't believe he did it privately either, but certainly nothing publicly came out about him being. I mean, we saw him. Obviously we didn't meet him or talk to him, but we saw him and he seemed to be having a good time when we went out to Allentown last year. So
yeah, I think he's a true professional, and he's been a great loyal player to the team. But I just don't see where he fits in now. I really don't. Right. Top 3 players in home runs, and name the top 3 and how many. So top 3 Philly players in home runs and how many. Now I reckon our top 2s I think are all going to be pretty similar. Our third ones could be interesting, and how many. Morgan, what you got, mate?
Should we do our top 2s first and then
All right, should we do our top twos first? Yeah, okay. So our top
Because
two
I feel
first,
like
and then
it's gonna
we'll
be-
leave
if
our
anyone's
third
not
one.
on the-
Although
Right.
mine might not surprise any of you. Go on, Morgan. Who's top two?
Right,
And how
I've
many?
got Schwarber first. Now, I know we've spoken about Schwarber home runs, so I might be about to contradict everything I've said on all the previous podcasts about whether he's going over or under certain numbers. I know I've spoken to John and Jack about like over and unders. I've said on my list, I've got Schwarber at 48. Now, I think I might have said 50 on other podcasts or below 49 on other podcasts, but I'm saying 48 currently for Schwarber. Harper bounced back, I'm saying 32. He got 27 last year, so I'm going to say he's going to be better. I'm saying 32. So that's my 1-2. I assume you two are going Schwarber, Harper, 1-2.
I've got Schwarber at 46.
46.
I've got Bryce at 37.
Ooh.
I've
Break
got,
out Bryce, baby.
Alec Boehm at 100 home runs.
Book it.
No, so yeah, obviously Kyle Schwarber number one. I actually can't remember just Morgan saying, "Oh, I think I've said it." I don't remember what I said on previous things. They just kind of they come into my head and they go. I think I think less than 50. Excuse me.
Like, as you said, to do
Yeah.
50 in back-to-back seasons is tough going for anybody. Aaron Judge will probably keep smashing it, and Otani, but apart from those absolute superhuman players, it's tough to do
Yeah.
to go 50
I
home,
think high
especially the
40s.
quality of pitching nowadays.
Yeah, I think certainly high 40s. Yeah, Bryce number two. I think low 30s. I think we're going to have a great season out of Bryce. I don't know if it's hopeful. I'm just hoping he's going to add like more sort of swing for the fences less and incorporate a bit more small ball into his game.
Well, what did he say
So I
today?
think low 30s, like 32 would be good, but add, more doubles.
And he was talking about walking a lot this year as well, wasn't he? Just
He
getting
wanted
on
to walk
base.
140 times this year, which I think
Yeah.
one starter did 145, and that was insane. So Bryce is going high with the walks, but
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out as
Yeah.
the season goes on
Okay.
and the big moments come up and base is loaded and Bryce is there with the bat on his shoulder going up. All about those walks, baby. Morgan, who's your number 3?
Adolis Garcia, I think he breaks 30 again. Bang on 30 is what I've said.
You
for
reckon he
Adolis
breaks...
Garcia.
Dolis Garcia, you reckon's breaking 30? I like it. I like
think
it.
it's 30. I think if you... And this is going to sound slightly nerdy, but if you look at his swing mechanics between last year, I've seen a few people compare his September swing to now, or the September to the start of spring to now. There's big changes. He looks so much more comfortable. His swing looks like a righty version of Bryson Stott and Kyle Schwarber. It's close to his body. It's more held up, and it's a nicer swing path. So I think he unlocks it, and in Citizens Bank Park, which is very nice for righty hitters, we saw what Rhys Hoskins could do when Rhys Hoskins got on hot streak. I think we could see a 30 home run season from Adolis Garcia. He doesn't have to worry about being the man. He's got Bryce, he's got Schwarber, he's got Trey. He doesn't have to worry like he did in Texas. I think he can relax, maybe bat fifth, kind of relax into it and hit 30 home runs this year.
Richard, I like that.
No, I think you do yours first, Dave.
We know that.
I have got Bohm, but I think he's going to be in content. I'm still saying 22, 23. I'd love that from Alec Bohm, and I think he's going to be in there. Hey, if Brandon Marsh starts strong, we know he's got a bit of power. Marsh sneakily gets up there. I know his last season wasn't great. Well, started very poorly, as we know. Wasn't great. And has got better, obviously. The year before, he was starting to mash the ball. In fact, I think he was third in home runs the year before. I think Garcia will be around the mid-20s. Anything more will be a bonus. I think Bohm's going to be there. I don't know about Stott. Kemp, if he gets on a run, I think he could reach 20. I'd love that. He's been showing a bit of power in spring.
Because Kemp last year had 8 home runs from 62 games. So,
So not Kemp.
that's
Not so high on Kemp anymore.
He was
No,
hurt
from
a lot
60
of
from
that.
62 games. Like,
From 60 games. Sorry,
Yeah.
I
so,
completely
he
misheard.
could
From
easily
60
hit 20 if he plays a full season.
He's
I
had
don't know
4
how
in
he's going to play
spring.
a full season, to be fair.
Yeah,
and he's had
time.
4 in
How
spring.
he
He had
fits it.
8. He had 8 last year.
I think if you gave Kemp a full 162 games, I think he could do 20. I just don't see how he fits into the lineup to get that many.
Yeah, that's the one thing. But if his bat's hot, it'd be tough to keep. You're going to play him somewhere, either left field or third base, or rotate him around. That's the beauty of him. So I think there's going to be. I think Bohm, with my Bohm hat on, is gonna top it. But actually now I'm talking myself more into Kemp and Garcia.
I just don't think Kemp's going to play enough. And
Yeah,
if you did home runs per game, yeah, you could put Kemp third, and I'd be happy with you doing that. I think if you're saying for number in a season, no, I don't.
no,
see
I'm going Bohm. I'm sticking with Bohm, and I think it's going to be in a gaggle of players. I am going to say I think we could have five players get 20 or plus home runs this year. So obviously, Schwarber. If Kemp and Garcia get in the 20s with Bohm as well, then you're going to have Schwarber, Harper. And let's see what JT can do. If JT can stay healthy, that pop could come back. Although he can't stay healthy in spring. But, yeah, let's see. He hit 20 plus a couple of seasons ago. So if he can stay healthy, let's see. Richard?
I
he
think
takes a shot.
Big swig.
I'm sipping. It's a sipping. Again, Tony, if you'd like to... it's a very nice sipping whiskey, Tony, if you'd like to... a lovely Loch Lomond for people who aren't watching. I think Trey Turner.
Ooh.
Genuinely, I think he was 5th in home runs last year. He hit an awful lot off the top of the wall. Like an awful lot off the top of the wall.
15 last year.
Yeah. I think it was Schwarber, Harper, I think Kepler and Casti, and then Trey. And
Sounds
he was
about
so
right.
close a lot of times.
So how many are you saying? How many for Trey? How many are you going to say?
I think low 20s, let's say 20, 23.
23. So you reckon our
23,
third
24.
highest is going to be 23? Again, I presume with a gaggle of players that could be there or there.
Yeah, I mean, our third highest last year was Kepler with less than 20, and we still won the division.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
I don't think having the third... Obviously, we'd like everyone to hit 50 a year. That would be amazing, but I don't think it needs to happen. I would hope the Phillies are moving away from that, trying to be the goal of just swing for the fences.
Yeah.
And incorporate a bit more.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we don't want everyone going for batting crowns and their home run crowns. Top 3 players RBI. I imagine we're all pretty similar in how many. Richard, your top 3? Although mine's slightly different.
I mean, Schwarber.
Yeah, just naturally.
Yeah.
You've got nearly 47
RBI,
RBI
especially now that he's moved off leadoff. Again, I think Harper's got to be there just because of where he is in the lineup. After that, I would probably go... I mean, we're expecting Garcia to be towards the top of the line. I didn't actually see what the lineup was today. I know it was posted.
It's been around 5-6, isn't it?
Because you know my thoughts on spring training. Is Bohm batting cleanup?
But
Bohm be hitting 4th for now.
Yeah, Bohm has been pretty much there all spring.
Bohm, then I think just by virtue of where they are in the lineup, I would go Schwarber, Harper, Bohm.
Morgan?
My current, just based off last year's numbers, so Schwarber hit 126 last year, and I've taken off about 10 of those home runs. I've got Schwarber at 110, leading it. Alec Bohm's hit 97 twice. I think Alec Bohm can sneak that to 100. So I'm saying Alec Bohm second. Bryce Harper has averaged around 75, 80 in previous years. So I'm going to say Schwarber 1, 110. Bohm 2, 100. Harper 3rd, 80-ish. Obviously, it might be like 81, 82 somewhere, but I'll go round it. 110, 100, Harper, Schwarber, Bohm, Harper.
I've mixed it up slightly just to make it more interesting. I've gone Schwarber. I went 117 for Schwabs. I didn't put Harper in the top 3 because a lot of his home runs, if I remember, seem to be solo shots from what I remember last season.
But Trey's going to be on base, so.
But I've gone Trey in there in the top 3.
Okay.
I think Trey's going to rack a lot of RBIs up this year.
Even from leadoff.
Yeah, well, if Crawford's
Crawford
constantly on base,
Yeah,
I'm thinking Crawford. If you got Stott down there as well, also getting on base.
Yeah.
I think players on base generally is going to be higher for the Phils this year. I really hope it is, and I think Turner's going to have a lot more RBI opportunities. And Bohm, I think Bohm is going to break the 100 this year. I think Turner's going to break 100. Harper, if he really does start getting clutch and hitting with runners in scoring position, he's going to be right in there as well. Rich?
Yeah, I've just done mine.
Oh, sorry. Morgan, has everyone just been?
Yeah,
sorry. Let's go pitchers. I left it sort of general, so prediction for pitchers is general. I've gone for 3 Cy Young contenders. Sanchez to be a Cy Young winner. I am one of my bold predictions is Chris Sanchez is going to take another step up and win the Cy Young. I think we'll have at least... No, I think we're going to have 5 starters all pitching under a 4 ERA. And I've gone Sanchez, high 1s. Wheeler around the mid 2s, depending on how he starts when he comes back. Luzardo to the mid-high 2s. Nola at 3.57, and I think Painter may duck in just below the 4s. I think he's going to get better as the season goes on, Painter. And I've got Walker at a 4.20 as well, so I think all our pitchers are going to be pitching below 4.3 this year. Yeah, this rotation's mighty. That's what I've gone for. Richard?
Yeah, I think certainly like Wheeler, Luzardo, Sanchez are going to be up there. I think Walker's going to be really interesting to watch. He obviously took a huge step last year. I think going into last season, pretty much everyone was like, we almost don't want this guy on the team. I remember the memes at the end of the season before, and it was, it was pretty brutal. And like, I mean, it was, I would say, kind of deserved. Like, obviously, the whole debate of how much abuse should you give someone or whatever, but like he didn't play well. Like I think, regardless,
except that London series game.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't good. Like he really wasn't good. And I think the step he took last year, where now, I think going into the season, no one's saying Walker shouldn't be on this team.
Agreed. And that's the best thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's got no pressure.
Yeah.
No one expects anything from Walker. He can pitch free. He's in the 6th spot.
Yeah, I don't think
he
obviously doesn't have the ceiling of like he's never going to be like one of our like top 3. Like he's never going to reach the level of like Sanchez or Wheeler or. But I think he can be a solid piece. But I think the top 3 will be great. Outside of that, I really think like Painter, Walker, Nola. I think it's so hard to predict how any of them are going to do.
They're going to be those players where they're going to have great days and they're going to have bad days. I think that's to expect. That's to expect in any rotation when you get to your 4, 5, 6 starters. I think there's no pressure on Walker, and I think when he pitches with no pressure and a bit more freely, like he has this spring so far, he'll do fine. The thing is with Walker, and even Painter, and even Nola, although maybe they're different from Nola with innings pitched, but with Painter and Walker, if you can get 5, 6 innings at 2, 3 earned runs, and they're keeping you right in the game, that's all you can ask for from your 5th and 6th starters in your rotation. I'll take that all day long. If Walker's allowing 2, 3 earned runs a game, that still keeps you in the game. You're still right in, and with the bullpen behind him, again, there's not a great deal of pressure on Taijuan Walker this year, and nor Andrew Painter to.
Yeah, I think we're just kind of spoiled for starting pitching. Like, I think we're so used to watching Wheeler go out there or Sanchez go out there and Luzardo, like, other than his little period with maybe he was tipping pitches, maybe he wasn't. But we're kind of so accustomed to our starter's going to go out there, and after 6 innings, the other team's going to have 1 run. And then if that doesn't happen, even if it's 3, it's like, Joe, that's not a terrible outing. But I think we're so used to that level that it suddenly seems like, oh, how can you give up 3 runs?
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Like,
exactly. It is insane when you think about it.
Our pitching set. So,
Morgan.
So I've got 3. Yeah, I said everyone who makes 10 plus starts has an ERA under 4.20. Now, I don't know what that's going to look like because I know kind of the depth behind it. I didn't want to say everyone that makes a start because I don't know if like Bryce Wilson comes up and has one blow-up start or something terrible, so I don't really want to include anything.
He could ruin that.
Like Tucker Davidson, Bryce Wilson type, I don't want to talk about that too much, so everyone that makes 10 plus starts should be kind of get under a decent umbrella. I think Taijuan Walker stuff's really interesting because in his 3 years in Philly, first year he had 172 innings, 31 starts, 4.38 ERA. Then he had 2024, he had a 7.10 ERA. It was terrible, and I don't know what happened to him. And then last year, he made 34 games, 21 starts, four games finished, and he even got a save in there. He pitched 3 innings against Colorado, and it classed as a save, which I think is brilliant, to a 4.08 ERA in 123 innings. I think he can kind of relax, and he kind of knows who he is now. He's kind of got a decent splitter that works quite well, and I think he can kind of relax into it, knowing kind of he doesn't have to try too hard. He's got a decent bullpen behind him. Caleb Cotham knows who he is. I think we get an all right year out of Taiwan Walker. I'm hoping we get like 25-ish starts out of Painter. We don't have to worry about him too much. Knowles, I just want 180 innings, 180 Ks. Wheeler, I don't know what he's going to look like in terms of workload, because I think when he threw that complete game shutout against the Reds, I think that might have contributed to his TOS syndrome. I know there was some talk about his kind of arm going after that. Thompson saying, I want to pull you. Wheeler saying no. So I don't know what they're going to do with his workload. Luzardo and Sanchez should just be kind of let loose and just allowed to be trusted. So it'll be really interesting to kind of see how it's all done. And kind of how JT's worked as well. Like, I know he's a catcher, but he works so well with his pitching staff. They all love him. Todd Zalecki wrote a really good piece on MLB.com. Go read it about JT and what the pitchers say about him. So they love him, and it'll be interesting to see how he's 35 now, kind of what his workload looks like behind the plate, and how that then impacts the pitching staff.
Yep. Although with not much behind him, Marchand, we're hoping will kick on. I think he's going to be, again, relied quite heavily on. Very quickly before we get to the big and bold Phillies predictions from everyone's social media and ourselves, quickly on Duran, I'm going saves leader. In the National League, certainly I've gone for, I think 40 home run. 40 saves. 40 saves this year. Quickly from you two, quick prediction on Duran. Morgan.
He's stud. That's my prediction.
I've gone 35 on my notes. Like, it'll be somewhere between 30 and 40.
Even that's going to be take him up to the higher echelon of save leaders.
But he's going to get a lot of opportunities. I know you look at some across the league, and there are some good closers in the sport, but it's how many opportunities they're going to get on bad teams.
I think there's going to be quite a few close games. Yeah. I think there will be.
We're going to be ahead quite a lot.
Yeah, and narrowly, especially with our bullpen keeping us in games. I think Duran will be used quite heavily. One player you see the Phil signing at trade deadline. I'm going Tyler Ward. I can see it. Taylor Ward. Oh my God! You even told me before. I didn't change the typo. I see the Phil's getting Tyler Ward from the Angels. Quick, Morgan, yours.
Stephen Matz from the Tampa Bay Rays, lefty reliever.
Interesting.
3.05 ERA.
Interesting one.
He's got, I think he's under control. He's under control for another year after this. Yeah, until the end of 2027. And Dave's going to hate me, but I think Alec Boehm is going to have a really good year. And Alec Boehm's going to get traded, and they're going to capitalize on that. And Aidan Miller comes up and ends the year as the third baseman. Alec Boehm's going to Florida.
I was trying to mute your mic after that. Oh, mate, no. Richard.
Yeah, I could see Taylor Ward as well. To be fair.
Yeah, I think it's written. I
mean, this off season, I would have liked to see Josh Naylor, but
I know. I just think Taylor Ward is just he was a Philly. I think he's a Philly.
Year, so.
What's that?
He was great for my fantasy team last year, so
I just don't see the Orioles trading him.
I do.
And I don't see who you're replacing the outfield. Do you think Garcia had a bad year?
I think they will. Let's get to the big, bold Phillies predictions. And so I'll take ours first, and then we'll throw it out to the social media. I've gone. The Phillies lead the league in starting and bullpen ERA this year. Pitching wins you championships, and it will guide us all the way to Broad Street. Richard?
Well, I mean, my big bold prediction was that Zach Wheeler hits a home run with his extracted rib. I'm thinking that wasn't what we were going for. Yeah, I think my bold prediction is that we win the World Series and we don't even have to play the Dodgers to do it.
I kind of want to play the Dodgers. I kind of want that payback.
I want to play them. We earn them.
I want that revenge. I want an NLCS against the Dodgers so badly, and I want revenge. I want Kirkring just to come out and get a save or a hold. Just Boehm to hit a walk off. Just give it to me. Morgan?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how big it is, but I think Trey wins the batting title again.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, we're getting them all in
I
quick.
don't know how good it is on your end. I said the Phillies have 3 starters in top 10 of Cy Young voting. I know you said we've got 3 contenders, so I don't know how bold it is, but I don't know the last team that had 3 starters in top 10 of Cy Young voting. It seems pretty.
No, you know what? I was thinking that, and I was going to Google it. Poor research by me. I really should have, but let's just say it's never happened.
So, I'll say
But I honestly, there is no reason why not. Well, Wheeler's health, but certainly two. But if Wheeler comes back shoving, hey, let's just say Painter absolutely lives up to potential. No, too far. Yeah, we'll stick with 3. Any other ones before we take it to social media?
I don't think bold. I mean, I've said Adolis Garcia is going to hit 30. Is that bold? Like I said that earlier.
Well, I said Bone will hit over 100 RBI. I feel that's going some. I think the Phillies
twice. I don't think adding 3 more onto that is that outrageous.
110 then. Let's go wild.
Let's go 110. Okay, push it really out there. No, I can't really... think too bold.
Okay,
all right, go on.
I was going to do a Brandon Marsh related prediction where I think he manages to lock down more of an everyday role this year. I think him having now hopefully a solid centre fielder in Crawford if he performs, I think that will allow Marsh to. And my big concern with Marsh last year was that he's not a centre fielder. I think if he's able to play in left field, I don't see any reason he can't be the everyday. He's
got a great chance to claim that everyday spot.
Yeah,
like Marsh has a chance to be not an everyday player, but a leader as well in that outfield. You know, he's a prime age now. He's been out there. He's got the experience. Like we said, at the end of last season, he was excellent. You know, he really was. He finished so strong. We need some leaders out there in that outfield, and I think Brandon Marsh is perfect. He's perfect for the youngsters. You know, he's great vibes guy, which is always important in the locker room. I see Marsh taking a step up this year, not only with his stats, but maturity as well of leading an outfield, taking command, taking Crawford under his wing. Kemp's still young, don't forget. I still see Brandon Marsh as quite young, but he's going to be, apart from Garcia, but it's going to be, he'll be seen as the elder statesman, I suppose. But Marsh has got a great opportunity here to really establish himself as well, and I think he takes it. We'll do it on the PSI UK Phillies chat first. Drew Ashurst says we have the best record going into the All-Star break. I've not seen this. I've not studied the schedule. I don't know how tough our first half looks, but I'll take it. David Crawley says win the division again and losing the wild card. Come on, no.
Come on, David.
No, we're not having that, David. Yeah. We're not having that. Aaron says Schwarber will lead homers for most of the season. Well, why not all the season?
Yeah, I thought that when I read it.
Why most? Why? What are we doing here? George Comerford says, I think we will... he's a bit like me here. I think we have 3 pitchers under an ERA of 3.5. Sanchez, Nola, and Luzardo. There's no reason why Wheeler could do it as well. We have the best record in the MLB post All-Star break. Stott to hit 25 home runs. Garcia the same. And Bohm to go 30 plus on home runs. Yes, George. Yes.
They
fully
are
behind.
They are bold. They are both of those things.
Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Drew Ashurst also says Crawford in the top 3 NL Rookie of the Year. Why not? Because I don't think there's that much competition this year as it stands, unless some players really come through out of nowhere. Crawford's got every chance of that. OV says Painter gets some Cy Young votes this year. Oh, what a season! Can you? That would mean Painter's had one heck of a season. It really would. Some guy called Richard Skinner. Zach Wheeler will hit a home run with his extracted rib.
Who's that?
Richard Skinner. He was on the drink even then.
No, I haven't even started on that one. I genuinely believe that will happen.
Obi said again, one more. Bohm will make the All-Star team and wins the NL batting title. He'll hit 0.315, mate. Yes, all for the Bohm love. Loving that. Drew says Stubbs misses a routine fly ball while in the outfield because he's vibing to the walk-up music. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna. I think we've done our piece on Stubbsy. To the Twitter sphere. No, do Facebook group first. Matt Dunn says Wills comes back and wins the Cy Young. What a story. I would love to see him win. I really would love to see him win a Cy Young. You know, he's been so close twice now. Robbed one of those years for sure. Ben Williams says they will play at least 162 regular season games. I think that's safe. I think he's gone safe there, Ben. I can see it. Painter wins 20 games from Karen Kartaki. Painter wins 20 games. That's how many games do you reckon he could play? 26?
Not enough to win 20, I don't think. But it's we're going big.
Stranger things have happened. You never know. Rob Owen says Harper will show he is elite and hit 40 plus. Oh, can you imagine if Harper hits 40 plus home runs and Kyle hits another 45 plus? Oh.
Right, I'm sorry. Chris Sanchez won 13 games last year. If Painter wins 20, then I think something weird has happened.
Well, it'll tie into Cy Young votes, so great. Yeah. Hey, look, we're big and bold. We're getting wild with these. Let's go. I'm not against it. On Twitter, Brett says Phillies win the NL East once again. Harper and Schwab will both hit 35 plus home runs, and 3 starters make the Cy Young watch list. All of a sudden, this 3 on the Cy Young watch list is not becoming so big and bold. It's starting to become like, you know what? Yeah, this is going to happen. Thomas Killen on Twitter says Crawford will have a .280 batting average with 20 home runs and 80 RBI. That would probably win him Rookie of the Year as well, or thereabouts. That would be a good season from Crawford. Bernadette says Zach Wheeler throws a no-hitter. There is nothing I would love more than to either him or Aaron Nola throw a no-hitter this year. I would make me quite emotional to see that, especially now what Zach's come through. Nola would have me feeling the same as well. I need one of those two to throw a no-hitter. Both would be amazing, but oh man, I do get goosebumps thinking about a Wheeler or Nola no-hitter. That would be amazing. Michelle Kennedy Garcia turns out to be the piece we needed. Well, Morgan's definitely on that, aren't you, buddy? Garcia,
I'm on
30 plus home runs.
Bank Park works for him. I think there's something to be said for that. I know kind of Texas is a bit of a black hole for hitting, and he's now out of there and in somewhere that really suited players like Rhys Hoskins, so why not?
Good point. Calm says Luzardo wins Cy Young. No reason. Again, if he really does kick on like he did last season, who knows? Especially if he starts the season strong and gains that early confidence.
For me, it's just how do you look past Paul Skeens?
Yeah. Richard,
I'm sorry, but like
Richard, it's a big and bold. We're going. Stop it. We've got our Phillies goggles right on here. Nothing else exists out of this bubble right now. All right. There is no Paul Skeens. Okay. There is no Shohei Ohtani.
Right,
okay.
The Pirates still suck, but no, Ohtani's never going to be a Cy Young pitcher. Don't be silly.
You want
okay. It's just the red and white pinstripe goggles we got right now. This is our moment. This is our moment to really dream. Travis says Bryson Stott bats 300 and wins a Gold Glove. I'd love it. Yeah. I'd love it. Wow.
The goal goes more likely than 300, but
yeah. The 300 stuff. But then imagine Stott and Turner hitting 300, and then it's Schwarber and Bryce batting them all in every time, along with Crawford's 280. Oh, it's just this team's an RBI machine. Bone would clean up the pieces.
162 and 0 is still on.
Still on.
We're an RBI machine. Nah, I didn't quite.
Oh, we'll break that out.
It went better in my head.
Absolute riding the ball.
Absolute zero fluids. So JT makes the NL All-Star team. I like that. Who could knock him off that realistically? Most catchers.
Contreras is quite good.
Contreras. All right, let's get back. Yeah, Contreras will absolutely. Yeah. Sharon Scott says, "Whoa, hold on. I should have proofread this
Negative.
First. Phillies trade Bone for Charang. Stott slides over third and platoons with Sosa. Oh man, come on. The Kemp would be the Charang comes in. No, come on. No Bone trade talk here. Come on. By the way, contract year Bone. We ain't going to trade him.
That's a good point, though, and maybe not one for while we're all high and.
No, it's not a good. No, can we not?
No, but Bohm, Stott, Kemp, Sosa. That's an interesting conversation to have, I think.
That's an infield. Who needs Bryce Harper and Trey Turner?
But we can do that. We can do that. We can do that.
Jacob List says Phillies go 162-0 and get swept by the Pirates in the NLDS. That would be so Phillies. Just the most Phillies thing. How are the Pirates getting there? But I fully get your point, Jacob. It would be the most.
An article which suggested that the Pirates would win and the Phillies wouldn't make the playoffs. I'm like,
yes, no, I've read that same article on MB.
What?
It's a bizarre article.
It is bizarre.
Oh, this article actually exists. You're not making this up.
MLB.com. It's like time.
Oh, it's a proper. Oh, right, it's a proper article.
Yep.
Oh, is that how easy is it to? Oh.
That's the Mets winning the World Series, I think, as well.
Maybe I should do a piece on Bohm hitting 100 home runs and submitting it over. Last couple. Tom Wilkins says the Kirkering throwaway closed our window. Horrible. Oh, no, this is negative. Horrible off season. 81-81. Third place and no playoffs. Sean Fitzpatrick says Justin Crawford hits 280 again, another 280, and steals 40 bases. People high on Crawford, I love it. And he is finishing spring pretty hot. I know spring means nothing. But it is encouraging. Thomas Clock says 75-85 wins. That's quite broad, Thomas. Maybe a wild card. Look, I said before I'll take a wild card and get the monkey off the back of winning a knockout baseball game. Eddie D from Dallas says Bryce Harper 2026 NL MVP. Yeah, and Spencer McKercher, to credit to him, was on first week of spring on that bandwagon. So yeah, again. Love to see it.
And that episode's available wherever you listen to your podcast.
Wherever you listen to this one, scroll down a little bit and it's just there.
Episode 1. Start from the beginning. Look, if you got nothing to do over these next few days, lead up to opening day, go back for our maybe probably pushing 6 hours of podcasts with listening time we've got now, because we've had Spencer McKercher, John Foley at 2008 Phils, Jack Fritz on the show. We've hopefully got a big guest coming next week just before opening day. There's some good listening, I think. I think we've done all right. And by the way, we did it again. #1 UK baseball podcast. UK-based baseball podcast.
Asterisk next to that.
Asterisk UK-based baseball podcast. Get in. Again, thank you everyone that's been listening and downloading. We smashed and rate. Well, they're not rating, Richard.
Well, maybe
they're not rated. But if you could rate people, it would be amazing. It helps it boost up as well. Not that I study these things at night time, looking at how the retention rate and and how we're faring in the charts and all that, but. No, we've smashed over 600 downloads total for the season so far, which pre-season, 5 episodes in, now the 6th, is amazing. And it's a lot more than what I even imagined would get. So thank you so much, guys. Honestly appreciated. Back on, Trolley says Luzardo Cy Young. That's the second one for Luzardo Cy Young. He's had more than Sanchez. Maybe Sanchez winning Cy Young isn't that wild.
First seems pretty kind of, I don't think that's a big jump, whereas 7th to 1st, big jump.
Yeah,
I think Sanchez winning it doesn't seem that big and bold.
No, it doesn't seem that far out anymore. Imagine that 2 years ago.
I mean, like if Paul Skeens gets injured,
it's game on. Phillies 1, 2, 3. Cy Young.
Yeah.
4. Nola. 5. Painter.
Yeah. It'd be like
Walker has this. No.
It'd be like Mercedes in F1. It's just dominant. Although. I don't want to dive too much into that. That's a different podcast in itself. Are we winning the World Series, boys? Are we winning the World Series? Are we going to be on Broad Street in November on a cold November morning in Philly? Yes.
Morgan.
It doesn't get that cold in November.
To be fair, when we were there in end of October that time 2 years ago, it was actually quite warm, wasn't it?
We went to the Jags game. Oh, that was early October, wasn't it? But
was it?
Yes.
Well, we were out the playoffs.
You were hoping. Oh, maybe mid-October.
No, it was World Series week. It was World Series week because the Dodgers beat.
Yes, because we watched. Yeah, I watched it because you were on the other side of Philly, and we were texting each other, and we realized we were completely opposite ends.
That's right. Yeah, it was late October, but it was still warm. Eh?
It was Halloween.
It was Halloween week. Yes, it was because we saw the Flyers. They had the Halloween special. That's right.
Which was amazing, by the way.
That's right. That's
It was not that cold.
okay. So on a lovely, crisp, mild autumn day, fall, the leaves are turning, and the Phillies are on the open top, lifting the World Series trophy. Wheeler's raising aloft his rib, and we're all dancing down Broad Street. Morgan, is it happening?
Yeah, there's a positive podcast. We've cut out some of the negativity. We got rid of some of those negative comments. We're staying positive. I'll say yes.
There you go, folks. So we'll see you in October for when it really matters, because we might as well get the regular season out of the way now. No, I can't wait. Look, we are about to embark on our last weekend of no competitive Phillies baseball until the end of October. Enjoy it, guys. Strap yourselves in. The regular season, look, you always get some great stories. I'm looking forward to see what unfolds this year. And the Phillies have so many potential great stories ahead of them. We're going to unpack it and unpick it all with you, the highs and the lows throughout the season. We all sound quite fresh now. Give it a month into the season when we're starting to feel the tired and sleep deprivation kick in. We could have some very different pods. But thank you so much for listening, guys. Look, enjoy opening day. We should have an opening day podcast ready for you before we start the season, hopefully with a special guest. But thanks for getting involved in social media. Thanks for listening and downloading. Please keep doing it. Spread the word. The Phillies season begins in less than a week. Oh, we're so ready. From me, Dave Shaw, it is Ring the Bell. From Morgan.
Ring the bell.
And from Richard.
Ring the bell.
Goodbye, folks.